Wondered how KFC makes those billions of golden, crispy, delicious fried chicken pieces? From the classic original recipe to the spicy hot and spicy or the tender nuggets, KFC's success isn't just about taste. It's built on a tight supply chain and a state-of-the-art production process. Every piece meets high standards before it reaches you. Let's see how it's done. The dream of crispy fried chicken started with one man's vision in the 1930. S. Harlan Sanders, known as Colonel Sanders, began serving his unique fried chicken from a motel in Corbin, Kentucky. He perfected his legendary recipe with 11 secret herbs and spices, a blend still used today. No one back then could have predicted these crispy pieces would change the fast food industry forever. From that small diner, KFC grew fast. Colonel Sanders traveled the US to franchise his chicken. The first KFC franchise opened in Utah in 1952. By the 1960s, KFC was a major fast food operation. Today, it's an empire with over 27,000 locations worldwide. Each year, over 1 billion chickens are used in KFC meals. How does KFC keep this scale and consistent quality? It's all about a carefully managed system. Every crispy bite starts at modern poultry farms. Advanced technology works with skilled farmers to ensure top quality ingredients. Old ways of catching chickens are gone thanks to automated poultry catching systems. These can process 8,000 to 10,000 chickens per hour. Improving efficiency without manual labour. Specialised machines gently guide chickens onto conveyor belts, ensuring a quick and calm process. Chickens are carefully placed in transport crates designed for their well-being. The system adjusts in real time to minimize stress before they head to the processing plant. At the plant, chickens rest for 1 to 2 hours to reduce stress and improve meat quality. Then they're placed on an automated rail system for a controlled stunning process. Using low voltage electricity or gas, this ensures a calm, humane transition. Chickens move through automated processing quickly to maintain meat quality. They enter a hot water bath at 122 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 to 60 seconds to loosen feathers. An automated feather removal system then plucks feathers efficiently without damaging the skin. Next, precision blades cut 10,000 chicken legs per hour. A vacuum system then removes internal organs swiftly and hygienically, maintaining food safety. After that, an optical scanner detects any defects, removing chickens that don't meet quality standards. Tail gland is precisely removed and chickens pass through a quality inspection chamber with sensors and trained inspectors, ensuring strict food safety. An automated blade system processes up to 20,000 chicken wings per hour. The chicken body then moves to a specialized cutting system. A high-speed blade system splits 12,000 chickens per hour in half. Breast meat is carefully separated by an automated filleting system, while automated blades process 15,000 thighs per hour, ensuring consistent size and clean cuts. The chicken pieces then get ready for the famous KFC flavour. At the first dry battering station, robotic arms sprinkle a fine layer of flour for uniform coverage. Next, they go to an automatic wet battering station for moisture and better adhesion. Finally, a second dry flour layer ensures that signature crispy texture. Coated chicken pieces are placed in an industrial fryer, cooking at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes. This creates a crispy golden brown exterior while keeping the inside tender and juicy. KFC also offers chicken nuggets. Made from finely ground chicken with signature seasonings, nuggets go through dry and wet battering systems. Some get a panko breadcrumb coating for extra crispiness. They are fried at 338 to 356 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 to 3 minutes. Finally, fresh nuggets are sealed in protective packaging, packed into cartons and shipped worldwide to KFC locations. So the next time you enjoy your KFC meal, you'll know the precision and technology behind that iconic taste. What part of this process surprised you most?
Hey friends, the Ayam Samani is one of the most mysterious and sought-after chickens in the world, and it all started in Java, Indonesia. Locals have prized these birds for centuries, believing their jet-black feathers, bones, and organs hold supernatural power. Their unique look comes from a rare genetic mutation called melanochromus sclerosis, or fibromelanosis, which floods their entire bodies inside and out with black pigmentation. Unlike regular chickens, whose coloring is limited, 99% of an Ayam Samani's body is black, from its beak to its internal organs. But breeding them isn't easy. Only about 30% of hatchlings meet the perfect standard, and flaws like white feathers or pink mouths lower their value. Even in a processing factory, these birds stand out as one of the rarest in the industry. The Ayam Samani's origins in Java, Indonesia, and its rare genetic mutation make it one of the most coveted chickens in the world. But raising and exporting these birds is no easy task. Unlike common poultry found in a U.S. processing factory, breeding Ayam Samani requires a massive investment. Farmers spend $15,000 to $20,000 on specialized housing, premium breeding stock, and high-quality feed to maintain their flocks. Exporting adds another layer of complexity. Indonesian regulations prohibit direct shipments, forcing breeders to import through intermediary countries like Canada, a challenge not typically seen with cattle, horses, or even exotic birds. As a result, prices vary widely in the U.S., with chicks costing $35 to $90, while a top-tier rooster with a fully black snout can command $9,000 to $10,000. The Ayam Samani's rarity and high price raise an important question. Who actually buys these birds, and why are they worth so much? In the United States, collectors of rare birds compare them to exotic parrots, which can cost $5,000 or more, making the Ayam Samani's $9,000 to $10,000 price tag for a top-quality rooster seem reasonable. But in Indonesia, the Ayam Samani is steeped in spiritual significance. Some locals believe its jet black color allows it to travel between the human and supernatural worlds, making it essential in certain rituals. Even more intriguing, the first egg laid by a hen is thought to enhance fertility and is often gifted rather than sold. Unlike common poultry in a processing factory, these birds are cherished for their rarity, symbolism, and elite status. Raising Ayam Samani chickens is no easy task, but is their sky-high price really justified? In the United States, a top-quality Ayam Samani rooster sells for $9,000 to $10,000. While breeds like the Black Australorp or Orpington, prized for egg production, cost only $20 to $50. So, is this price difference based on true rarity, or is it just hype? Beyond cost, maintaining Ayam Samani chickens is a constant challenge. Unlike chickens raised in a processing factory, these birds require weekly baths, specialized diets, and spacious coops to stay healthy. Their weak immune systems make them even more fragile if they get sick. Their signature black color can fade, slashing their value. With import restrictions limiting access to high-quality breeding stock, farmers must navigate complex logistics just to keep their flocks thriving. So, is Ayam Samani farming a luxury business or an impractical investment? The Ayam Samani is not just rare in color, it's rare in production, and that's a major reason why it remains so expensive. While a typical laying hen produces 250 to 300 eggs per year, an Ayam Samani hen lays only around 100 eggs annually, a staggering 40% fewer. But here's the catch. Most of these eggs aren't even sold. Breeders prioritize hatching over selling because every egg represents a potential high-quality bird worth thousands of dollars. So, if you're wondering why you don't see Ayam Samani eggs in grocery stores or processing factories, that's why. Supply is incredibly limited. 11 With demand skyrocketing, prices remain high, and despite challenges like weak immune systems and strict export laws, collectors and breeders keep searching for the perfect all-black specimen. The big question is, can research improve breeding rates and make this bird more accessible, or will it remain an exclusive luxury? What do you think? Would you ever pay thousands for a single chicken?
Hello friends, did you know that in South Korea, small-scale farmers process up to 200 chickens a day without massive industrial plants? Unlike the U.S. poultry giants, these farmers use efficient, semi-automated methods to maintain freshness and quality. But how do they manage such a high output? What makes their processing factories different? Let's uncover their secrets. How do small-scale Korean farmers process 200 chickens a day without massive factories? While U.S. poultry giants handle billions of birds annually, Korea's farms, often family-run or cooperative, typically raise between 500 and 5,000 chickens at a time. Farmers source their day-old chicks from local hatcheries, prioritizing breeds suited for fast growth and rich flavor. Housing methods vary. Some use free-range systems, allowing birds to roam in 20 to 30 square feet per chicken, while others rely on temperature-controlled indoor housing to regulate Korea's extreme seasons. Stress-free chickens mean better meat, says Mr. Kim, a third-generation farmer from Jeolla. We adjust light cycles to keep birds active yet well-rested. This careful approach enhances quality, setting Korean poultry apart from mass production. What do Korean farmers feed their chickens to ensure high-quality meat for local processing factories? Unlike large-scale farms that rely on imported, cost-efficient feed, small-scale farmers focus on customized diets, using a mix of locally sourced grains, protein, and probiotics to enhance flavor and texture. According to Korea's Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs, poultry feed in Korea consists of approximately 55% corn, 20% soybean meal, and 25% vitamins, minerals, and additives. While industrial farms prioritize rapid growth with high-energy commercial feed, small farmers often integrate fermented grains, rice bran, and herbal supplements to improve digestion and immunity. Balanced nutrition is key, says Ms. Lee, a poultry farmer in Gyeonggi Province. Healthier birds mean better meat quality and efficiency in processing factories. When do you think a chicken is ready for processing? 6 weeks? 12? In Korea's small-scale farms, broilers typically reach market weight in 6 to 8 weeks, while traditional breeds like Gyeongsong Dak take 12 to 16 weeks to develop their signature firm texture and rich flavor. Imagine raising a chicken. Would you prioritize speed or quality? Farmers like Mr. Park in Cheongcheong carefully tracks growth, adjusting feed and housing to optimize weight gain. Processing too early means lower yields. Too late affects tenderness, he explains. Unlike U.S. industrial farms, which process chickens at just 6 weeks for efficiency, Korean farmers balance time and taste to ensure premium quality. Next time you eat chicken, think about its journey from farm to processing factory to your plate. How do farmers know when a chicken is ready for processing? In Korea, chickens are selected based on weight, 3.3 to 5.5 pounds, feather condition, and overall health before being transported to processing factories. In the U.S., poultry is transported in massive trucks carrying tens of thousands of birds. In Korea, farmers use smaller, climate-controlled vehicles to minimize stress and preserve meat quality. In Japan, strict welfare regulations even limit transport times to avoid stress-related weight loss. A calm bird means tender meat, says Mr. Choi, a farmer from Jeolla Province. Have you ever wondered how transportation affects the chicken you eat? Share your thoughts. Do you think smaller farms produce better quality meat compared to large industrial operations? Where does chicken processing take place in Korea? Across rural regions like Jeolla, Gyeongsang, and Gangwon, poultry farmers rely on small on-site processing centers, local butcher shops, and fresh markets to meet consumer demand. Unlike mass production in the U.S., where centralized factories handle millions of birds, Korea's system prioritizes freshness and traceability. Why is this method so popular? Koreans prefer fresh, locally raised chicken over imported frozen alternatives. Government regulations enforce strict animal welfare and food safety standards, while smaller farms create a lower carbon footprint than industrial operations. How does the process work? Chickens are humanely stunned, then boiled and plucked using semi-automatic machines. Workers perform gutting and quality control, ensuring premium meat. The final steps include packaging and distribution to local markets, while farmers repurpose byproducts as fertilizer and animal feed. Korea is moving toward sustainable agriculture, with government support for eco-friendly feed, humane processing, and ethical farming practices. Consumers can make a difference by choosing locally raised poultry supporting small farmers while ensuring higher quality, ethically raised meat. Fresh, local chicken or frozen imports, which would you choose? Do you think small farms produce better quality meat? Share your thoughts. In Florida's steamy swamps, where alligators lurk beneath the surface, a unique industry turns these ancient predators into food and fashion. Alligator farming and processing blend rugged tradition with modern commerce, captivating America's taste for the wild and the profitable. How does a creature once on the brink of extinction become a cornerstone of Florida's economy? Let's explore the swamps and processing factories to uncover the story. Alligator farming in Florida emerged from a conservation crisis. By the 1960s, overhunting had slashed American alligator populations, landing them on the endangered species list in 1967. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service estimated fewer than 500,000 remain nationwide, down from millions in the 1800s. In response, Florida legalized farming in 1988, allowing ranchers to collect wild eggs under strict permits. Today, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, FWC, reports over 1.3 million wild alligators, with farms raising thousands more. This shift, driven by swamp harvests and processing factories, saved a species and built an industry. Science fuels this success. Alligators, unchanged for millions of years, thrive in Florida's warm, wet climate. A 2018 University of Florida study found farm-raised alligators grow to 6 feet in about 18 to 24 months, faster than wild ones thanks to controlled feeding, often poultry scraps. In the processing factory, their value shines. Meat offers 23 grams of protein per 3.5-ounce serving, per USDA data. And hides boast a tough, flexible scale pattern. Dr. Frank Mazzotti, a University of Florida crocodilian expert, notes, "Their skin's durability beats most leathers. It's why they're prized." Ever wondered how science turns a swamp beast into a resource? It's all in biology. The journey begins with farmers like John Tanner, a veteran from Lake City. "It's not for the faint-hearted," he says, recalling a 10-foot gator nearly capsizing his airboat during egg collection. Each summer, farmers gather up to 45,000 eggs statewide under FWC oversight, hatching them in fenced, water-filled pens. The work is risky. An FWC report logged 14 farm injuries in 2021, mostly minor bites or bruises. "One good haul covers my truck payment," Tanner adds. These hatchlings grow fast, destined for the processing factory. What would you be brave for a gig like that? At the processing factory, alligators become food. Facilities like those in Homestead skin and butcher with efficiency. "It's hot, wet work," says Carla Ortiz, a line worker with 8 years' experience, as she slices a tail into steaks. The meat, mild, slightly chewy, sells for $12 to $15 per pound, with Florida producing about 250,000 pounds yearly, per industry estimates. Compared to beef, $6 to $8 per pound, it's a niche treat, popular in southern dishes like gator gumbo. Folks love the novelty, Ortiz says. Ever tasted alligator? It's less fishy than you'd expect. The processing factory also transforms hides into luxury. After tanning, a single 6-foot alligator hide fetches $200 to $250. According to a 2022 Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries report, a close analog as Florida data aligns, this feeds a $25 million annual trade in Florida, crafting boots, belts, and bags, some retailing for $5,000 or more. Hide pays for a week's labor, says factory supervisor Mike Dukes, showing a polished brown skin. Compared to cowhide, $40 to $60, it's a premium product, rivaling crocodile leather from Australia. Ever owned something this wild? Not everyone sees it as glamorous. Conservationist Laura Evans, who tracks wild gators, cautions farming helps, but wild habitats need protection too. In the processing factory, worker Jamal Reed keeps it real. I cut meat, not fairy tales, it's a paycheck. For Tanner, it's deeper. My dad hunted them, now I farm them. His family, he says. Their stories ground the industry's shine in sweat and reality. Whose take hits home for you? The guardian, the worker, or the legacy keeper? From swamp to trade, Florida's alligator industry is a tale of resilience and reinvention. Processing factories churn out meat and leather, but also jobs, pride, and a species' survival. With wild populations steady and farms producing, it's a model of balance. Hello. Australia's beef industry is a global powerhouse, and at its heart are cutting-edge processing plants that process more than 20,000 head of cattle every day. These aren't just cutting-edge hubs, they're the future of meat production in Queensland and beyond. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a processing factory? Leave a comment and follow Trending Farm's journey to see if it resonates with you. The people powering these processing factories are as impressive as the tech itself. Take John Mitchell, a facility manager at JBS Beef City in Queensland, who spent 20 years in the industry. machines handle the heavy lifting now faster and safer than I ever dreamed, he says. Alongside him is Sarah Newen, a robotics engineer who fine-tunes the systems. They work in spotless control rooms, monitoring screens that track every step of the process. These facilities, scattered across Australia's beef belt from Queensland to Victoria, process millions of kilos of beef yearly. It's a far cry from the manual labor of decades past, and it's all centered in these high-tech processing factories. Where does this magic happen? One standout is JBS Beef City, a processing factory that handles up to 1,400 cattle per day. Cattle arrive via automated gates, guided into pens before entering the gleaming stainless steel interior. The facility spans 26 hectares and employs over 800 people, blending human skill with machine efficiency. This place runs like clockwork, John notes, pointing to the seamless flow from pen to production line. These processing factories aren't just big. They're designed to meet Australia's role as the world's second-largest beef exporter. Have you ever wondered where your steak really comes from? Now let's dive into the machines that make these processing factories tick. The star is the automated stunning system, using AI-guided bolt guns that deliver a humane knockout in under a second. Then, there's the robotic carcass splitter, equipped with laser-guided blades. It slices a carcass in 0.2 seconds with 99% accuracy, far surpassing human precision. Conveyor belts, moving at 500 carcasses per hour, tie it all together. This tech cuts human error by 95%, Sarah explains proudly. These systems cost upwards of $5 million each, but they pay off by boosting output and safety. It's a high-stakes investment for a high-reward industry. So, how does a cow become a steak in these processing factories? It starts with the cattle entering via automated gates. stunned instantly by the AI system. Next, robotic arms skin and split the carcass, guided by sensors that adjust for size and weight. Finally, the meat is chilled in massive coolers, dropping from 38 DGC to 7 DGC in hours before packaging. The entire process takes less than 20 minutes per animal, a speed unthinkable without automation. It's clean, quick, and efficient, says Tom Reynolds, a veteran cattle farmer who supplies JBS. Efficiency is king in these processing factories, but does faster always mean better? Why does all this matter? These processing factories feed a hungry world, supporting Australia's $13 billion beef industry. They meet soaring global demand. Think 2.8 million tons exported annually while cutting waste and labor costs. Yet, there's debate. Some worry automation reduces jobs, with traditional abattoirs employing 30% more workers than modern sites. Others argue it's greener, slashing water use by 15% compared to older methods. This keeps us ahead of the game, Tom insists, nodding to the export ships loaded with beef. What do you think? Does high-tech farming help or hurt rural communities? This revolution didn't happen overnight. In the 1,980 processing factories relied on manual labor, slow, risky, and inconsistent. By the 2000s, automation crept in, and today's systems are a $500 million leap forward. Compare that to the U.S., where similar tech lags 5 to 10 years behind Australia's pace. We've rewritten the rulebook in 20 years, Sarah says, reflecting on the shift. These processing factories now churn out 25% more beef per hour than their manual ancestors. It's a story of progress, but is newer always better, or do we lose something along the way? In short, Australia's processing factories are a marvel of modern farming. They blend million-dollar machines with humans who know how to deliver beef faster, safer, and smarter. From the original breeding cows to the sizzling steak, it's a system built for tomorrow. This is the future, and it's on your plate, John says with a grin. Next time you bite into a burger, think about the processing factory behind it. What's your take? Amazed by the tech or curious for more? Consumers can make a difference by choosing locally raised poultry supporting small farmers while ensuring higher quality, ethically raised meat. Fresh, local chicken or frozen imports, which would you choose? Do you think small farms produce better quality meat? Share your thoughts. In Florida's steamy swamps, where alligators lurk beneath the surface, a unique industry turns these ancient predators into food and fashion. Alligator farming and processing blend rugged tradition with modern commerce, captivating America's taste for the wild and the profitable. How does a creature once on the brink of extinction become a cornerstone of Florida's economy? Let's explore the swamps and processing factories to uncover the story. Alligator farming in Florida emerged from a conservation crisis. By the 1960s, overhunting had slashed American alligator populations, landing them on the endangered species list in 1967. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service estimated fewer than 500,000 remain nationwide, down from millions in the 1800s.
AI technologies are gradually developing and created by human hands. What if each processing factory gradually has fewer people working? Please share your thoughts below in the comments section of this video. And lastly, don't forget to recommend the channel to your friends so they can watch too. Thank you and goodbye. See you again in the next videos.
Wondered how KFC makes those billions of golden, crispy, delicious fried chicken pieces? From the classic original recipe to the spicy hot and spicy or the tender nuggets, KFC's success isn't just about taste. It's built on a tight supply chain and a state-of-the-art production process. Every piece meets high standards before it reaches you. Let's see how it's done. The dream of crispy fried chicken started with one man's vision in the 1930. S. Harlan Sanders, known as Colonel Sanders, began serving his unique fried chicken from a motel in Corbin, Kentucky. He perfected his legendary recipe with 11 secret herbs and spices, a blend still used today. No one back then could have predicted these crispy pieces would change the fast food industry forever. From that small diner, KFC grew fast. Colonel Sanders traveled the US to franchise his chicken. The first KFC franchise opened in Utah in 1952. By the 1960s, KFC was a major fast food operation. Today, it's an empire with over 27,000 locations worldwide. Each year, over 1 billion chickens are used in KFC meals. How does KFC keep this scale and consistent quality? It's all about a carefully managed system. Every crispy bite starts at modern poultry farms. Advanced technology works with skilled farmers to ensure top quality ingredients. Old ways of catching chickens are gone thanks to automated poultry catching systems. These can process 8,000 to 10,000 chickens per hour. Improving efficiency without manual labor. Specialized machines gently guide chickens onto conveyor belts, ensuring a quick and calm process. Chickens are carefully placed in transport crates designed for their well-being. The system adjusts in real time to minimize stress before they head to the processing plant. At the plant, chickens rest for 1 to 2 hours to reduce stress and improve meat quality. Then they're placed on an automated rail system for a controlled stunning process.